Hi guys, welcome to WebSensePro. Welcome to another Shopify tutorial video, and in this video I will show you guys how you can add custom forms in Shopify, where you can add upload field, you can add dropdown, you can add checkbox, and you can have multiple types of fields in the forms, and you will do that without any coding knowledge, without even touching at the code at all. You will also be able to add this form on the pop-up on your Shopify, and this is all for free and without any code. So if you want to learn, stick to the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, watch the complete video where I'll show you guys how you can do that. So without further ado, let's get into the screen. Okay guys, so that's our pop-up, right? And it is super easy to add. You can also customize it. You can also change the colors, and it's the default form of the Shopify. When you submit, it will subscribe the customer, where you can then send newsletter and your offers related to your e-commerce store, right? And when I close this, you can see that I have this custom form where you can see that we have this checkbox field, we have this file upload field, we have radio buttons, we have date fields, and all of these fields are added without any code. And I'm going to show you how you can do that. And before we do that, I want to introduce the app which we created for all the e-commerce store owners. The app name is Big Bulk Discount, and this is an app which will help you add volume or tier-based discount on your store, which will eventually increase your average order value. So if you want to try out this app, link in the description. It just costs $1.99 a month, and free trial is also available. So try that out for free and see if it helps you increase the average order value. Install that on your store. So without further ado, now let's get into the tutorial. The form which we will achieve is via free Shopify app, which is called Shopify Forms. The app is created by Shopify itself, so it's completely free and really easy to use. Now I'm gonna install that on the development store and show you guys how it's gonna work. So let's do that. Let's click on install. Okay guys, now I'm going to create my first form in the development store. Let me show you the development store which we have. Let's close this up here. And here's my development store. And as you can see, I have some quite unique sections like this circle menu and this video which plays in loop, and autoplay where it has this text title and these buttons and this scroll slider, this pie chart. So all of these sections are available completely for free in this YouTube channel. Also this lookbook section, right, where you can just add in one picture of your multiple products and then add in the pinpoint marker, and all of this without any coding knowledge. All you have to do is just subscribe to this channel and watch the other videos where I have created all of these different sections, and these are available for completely for free. So make sure to check that out. Subscribe to our channel. Now let's proceed to creating the custom form. Let's click on create form, and here we have the option of pop-up and inline. So we can also create a pop-up form and we can create inline. Let's start with the inline form, and once I've added this inline form, I'm gonna show you how you can add the pop-up one. Okay, let's do the inline first form. Let's click on create button here, and here we are. So that's how our form looks like right now, right? We can change the title. Please subscribe for free offers, for discount offer. Okay, here's a spelling mistake which I'm gonna fix. Okay, complete the form to subscribe, not the sign up. Okay. Here we have the option to add in new fields. So here we have first name, email. We can add multiple other fields. We can add phone field. We can add birthday field. So that's our birthday field, right? And we can add single line text, drop down list, radio button, multi-line text, multiple choice, date, number, file upload. So these are the fields which we can add, right? All of these options are available, so you can simply add in them. So let's add in the drop down. Let's add in the checkbox, add new field, and then click on the multiple choice, which is the checkbox. where did you hear about us? And let's add in the options, Google, Bing, friend, other. Cool. We want to have this field as required, and we want to have this as a customer meta field. So it will also add this as a meta field in our customer section, right? So you can also access this meta field for dynamic other options which we have. Like you can also add the automation in the Flow app. If you don't know what is the Flow app, I have created a separate video which is basically for the automating manual tasks in your Shopify store. It's a free app from Shopify where you can automate a lot of your tasks in the store. Okay, now let's click on done. And here we have this form. You can, as I told you guys, you can add all of these fields. For now, I'm just gonna leave it as this right here, right? And here we have this content disclaimer, which is the optional. We can also remove that. So that's showing up here, right? Let's remove this because I don't need that. And here we can, after the form is submitted, we can display the discount, or we can redirect to another page if we want to. What we can do here is we will show the discount code. So let's create a discount code and show it to our customer once that's filled up. So I'm opening the discount section of the store, and that's our discount section. Let's add in a discount amount of products. And here I'm going to add 20 off. Let's give it 20% discount. No minimum requirement, all customer, limit to 1 use per customer. Perfect. Now let's click on save here. Okay, we have to select the collection because we are adding it to specific collection. Let's add in the all products because I only have one collection. Let's click on save to create this discount code. And now we will add this to our forms. Okay, now let's go back to our forms. Click on select a discount. And okay, created via the code method are supported. We did create it with a code method, right? Discount code. Okay, I think we'll have to save it and then open that again after refreshing. So I've saved the form, hit refresh. And now let's search for the discount. And here you go. Now you can see that we have this discount code showing up. Let's click on that. And perfect. Now when someone submits the form, it's going to see this 20 off one-time purchase products on all products, right? It also changed the title. Yep, it also changed the title. We can add in our custom title if we want to. Cool. We have the option to change the typography. We also have the option to add in tags when someone submits the form. So if someone submits the form, you want to add in the tag like discount applied or something like that, you can add the tags here. And now for the placement, I'm going to show you how you can place this. So before that, let's scroll down. And this is for email notification. So whenever someone submits the form, you will get an email notification to your Shopify owner email. That's what this is, right? And this is the welcome new subscribers. So it's an automation thing, which you can simply click on manage and then open the email template thing. So this is within the marketing section of automation. You can use any templates here, which will send the automated email to whoever signed up. Perfect. And this is the company setup. So this is for the Shopify Plus thing where you can set up the B2B. So I'm not going to cover this up for now. Let's click on save and place this form in our theme. Click on save. Okay, our form is created and here's the form ID. Now let's click on go to theme editor. And here's our theme editor. Now let's just scroll down here and add in our form to the bottom. Now here we have the option to add section. Click on add section and you can see that we have this apps option showing up where we have this forms. Now click on that, and when I go to forms, it's gonna ask me the ID, which is the form ID which I'll have to add. Now I'm gonna go to my Shopify Forms and copy this ID here. After copying the ID, let's paste in the ID here, which will display our form. Okay, you can see that our form is showing up. I think it's not showing the checkbox which we added. Why it isn't showing the checkbox? Okay, we didn't save that field, so I'm gonna add that back again just to show you guys how you can add these fields. Let's add in the options. Perfect. Here we also have the option of vertical or horizontal. So if we want to display the checklist as a vertical or the horizontal, let's do the horizontal, which will make it look more compact. Perfect. Let's click on done and then click on save. Perfect. And after saving this customize option, now when it refreshes itself, it's going to show the checkbox. Cool. Here we have this checkbox showing up for the option which we said, where did you hear about us? Right? Here we have the option of text color, so we can change our text colors. Red doesn't look good, so I'm going to revert it back to black, just showing you guys how it's all going to work. Here we have the option to set up form alignments, and here we have the button label, button background color, links and errors. Now let's submit this form and see how it works. Let's click refresh on the home page of the store, go to the bottom and then submit the form. So I'm gonna add Bilal test, and let's check in here. Oops, I did a typo. Let's check submit friend here and then click on submit. Now you can see that when I submitted, it's showing me the option to copy the discount code. Here we have the option to copy the discount code. So when you click here, it's going to automatically copy your discount code. Now let's see the backend of how our customer records are being saved. So I'm going to go to the backend and then open the customers in a new window. And here you can see that it added the name. Now it will also show the custom checklist which we added. And here you can see that we have the meta field created by this Shopify submissions and this where did you hear about us. It automatically created the meta field and saved the value which we had submitted from the form, right? So all of the custom fields which you're going to add will show this customer meta field when you submit the forms. Now let's try adding the other fields as well. So I'm going to add in some more fields to see how it looks on the form. Let's add in the drop down. Let's do the drop down list. Drop down lists. Perfect. Display as drop down, display as radio button. So we also have a display as a radio button option. Now let's click on done and let's see how it looks. Okay guys, you can see that we have our drop down showing up. Cool, right? Now let's try create a pop-up form that how it is going to work. Let's do that. Let's go back to forms and then here's the form which we created. It's also going to show you the completion rate, submission, views, all of that kind of stuff. And now let's click on create form. And now this time I'm going to select pop-up and name it first pop-up form. Perfect. Let's click on create. And now we have the option of floating. So it's going to show the button on bottom left where it will have a button. When someone click on it, it's going to open up the pop-up. But I want it in an overlay format. Now here we have the option when we want to show this pop-up. I'm going to select first before the form. If the customer closed the form without subscribing, they won't be able to access it again. Let's do show first before the form. Okay, so that's the teaser which will show up on the bottom left of our online store. And this is the position. So we can change the position from bottom left to bottom center to wherever we want. Bottom left is fine, I guess. Title, don't miss out. Check out our pop-up form. And here again, we have the option of company and customer, right? We can add them as a company and we can also add them as a customer. I'm going to leave it as the customer, and the same here, we have the option to add in the fields. So here we are already seeing the checkbox and the drop-down list which we created. We also have the option to add in more fields. I also have shown you guys how it's going to work, so I'm going to leave it as it is. Perfect. Here's the button label for submit button. We can change it to sign up now or whatever we want. And here's the consent disclaimer that they are signing to our newsletter, or they'll be receiving the marketing emails. Let's remove that. Again, we have the discount option. I've also shown you guys how it's going to work. So let's scroll down. Here we have the styling options, that what should be the background, what should be the text, accent, etc., etc. And here we have the image option. So we can also add in the image. So let's add in the image on the left of the form. Let's click on add image. Let's add in any of the product image to see how it looks. So I have some images on my desktop. Let's see. Okay, let's add in this for now to see how it looks. Okay, so that's how our pop-up will look like now. Perfect. We can also make it fit. We also have the option to fill. That's perfect. We can change the position to image right. We can also change it as a background image. Background image doesn't look good, so I'm just gonna do it image left, which works fine. Perfect. We also have the option to show on specific devices if we just want to display it on desktop, or if we wanted to stay on the mobile version. We can show it on all pages, or we can also show it on specific pages if we want to. And this is the trigger of when we want to display. So if we just want to display it on first page view, or if we want to display it on second page view, third page view, whatever we want. I want to show that on first page view after waiting for 6 seconds. And here we have the option to show form when visitors attempt to leave page. I don't want that. So it's a great exit intent trigger if you want to. Again, we have the tags option if you want to create tags when someone submits the form, and all of the following settings are same as we had in the inline form. Perfect. Now let's click on save and see how it works. Now after saving it, it's going to require us to enable the theme embed, and which is within the customize setting. So if you go to customize and then click on this gear icon, click on this app embed icon where you have this option of form. Make sure to enable that and then click on save. Now let's go to our store, hit refresh to see how our pop-up forms looks like. We're gonna wait a few seconds. So it's showing up on the bottom here, and because I've already seen the pop-up, that's why it didn't show up. It showed up on the bottom, but normally it would show it to automatically after 6 seconds. So how we can check it? We can check it on incognito window. So let's test it out on our incognito window to see how it works. I'm gonna add in the password. Let's wait for a few seconds to see how it works. Okay, it's still showing up on the bottom of our store, not showing up as a pop-up. I think there's a mistake in the settings which we did. So let's go through the settings where we did messed up for the settings. So guys, I found out what was the reason why our pop-up was not showing up. It's because of this teaser, because we mentioned it to show before the form, before our pop-up. In here, you need to make sure that you have this option selected. If the customer closes the form, it's going to show this teaser here on the bottom left. Now, if I click on save here and open that in incognito window, let's add in the password because it's a development store. And now if I wait for a few seconds as we have added the settings, it's going to show the pop-up. So that's how our pop-up will look like. And now when I closes this pop-up without subscribing, it's going to show me this teaser, which will be showing up on the bottom left corner, right? So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you guys will like this video where you can create pop-up form and where you create inline forms, customized form using Shopify for the app completely for free. Until next video, have a great day.